Although Basque word order is quite fluid, there are some guidelines that help indicate where certain information goes. One thing you might find useful is knowing where to put the topic. Hi, I'm Shanna, and this is Basque Berserk. Let me preface this video by saying not all sentences in Basque have a topic, or rather, they are considered to have a silent topic. And as a Basque learner, you will be understood whether you place the topic correctly or not. But if you want to learn more about the natural intricacies of Basque word order, you're going to need to learn some about the topic, or mintzagaia, as it's called in Basque. Mintzagaia. Maybe you have heard that Basque is a subject-object-verb language. In basic, non-emphatic statements, that is generally true. The verb typically comes at the end, the subject often correlates with the topic at the beginning, and the focus, which often is the object of the sentence, is in the middle somewhere. But of course, this is not a set-in-stone word order, and the order changes based on what you want to talk about, introduce, reiterate. The topic is almost always placed at the beginning of the clause or sentence. This is why it correlates so well with the subject. Essentially, there are two guidelines when intentionally using a topic. One, the topic should be some information that has already been established as something both you and your listener know, whether or not you or someone else has previously brought it up in the conversation. Or maybe you and your audience have witnessed something, and there's a piece of information that is inherently known to you all. For example, maybe someone asks you about your parents. You say,
Nire aita medikua da.
My father is a doctor. Of course, you are specifying who you are talking about by placing nire aita in the topic position, but that's not the new information, which is he is a doctor. But since that person has already asked about your parents, nire aita is just referring back to something that has already been mentioned. In this case, falling under the information category of your parents. The second guideline is the topic will be the mental guidepost for the listener to acquire and sort all of the information that you will give them. The information following the topic is called the commentary, since it comments on the topic at the front of the sentence, whether explicit or silent. You can continue talking about your father without mentioning him again and again, since he has already been established as the topic. This is where the silent or implicit topic comes into play. Everything you say after mentioning him, the listener will attribute to your father until you change the topic.
Berrogei tamar urte ditu.
He is 50 years old. You don't even have to include the silent pronoun he used in place of nire aita. It is clear with the verb form and the previous mention of my father as topic, who I am talking about. Then you might go on to give more information about your father without mentioning him again. Then you might go on to say something about your mother, and since she has already been mentioned in the context of your parents, then all you have to do is change the topic from your father to your mother.
Nire ama berriz idazlaria da.
My mother, however, is a writer, and so on and so forth about your mother. To finish up the conversation, maybe you want to say something about both of your parents.
Pozik daude nire aita eta ama.
They are happy, my dad and my mom. You don't have to put your parents at the beginning of the sentence again, since they have been established as topic. You could if you wanted to, but you could also put them at the very end, after the verb. Hopefully this helps you clarify a little bit about the confusing topic of Basque word order. If you'd like to do some more reading on the mintzagaia, you can check out the resources and links in the description. And hopefully with the use of a shoddy translator, you can piece out some of the information in Basque. Remember, finding or using the topic inherently takes a lot of practice. And some Basque speakers who don't know a lot about grammar may not be able to tell you where or what the topic is in a sentence. They may just tell you that something about the word order sounds weird. So don't stress about the word order, and remember, your Basque friends are going to be happy that you're practicing Basque with them. Thanks for watching. Agur!